You all right?
Captain? I don't rightly know, sir. It hurts in my belly and it's hard to catch my air. Am I gonna make it?
Don't worry. You're going home soon.
We put him to the run, Captain.
It's just you and me now.
That bastard Yank swear to me that he'd just wander off even I let him go. I didn't want to shoot nobody in the back. I ain't no coward. Ugh. Oh, it hurts. He turned around and walked off into the woods. And that filthy liar gut shot me.
You quiet yourself now.
Yes, sir, Captain. I'm bad off, but I can still fight. If you help me to my feet. You ain't my captain.
No, I ain't your captain. My name is Nat Kinney.
My name is Alonzo Smith Prather. I was born in Jennings, Indiana, July 25th, 1840. A few years back, I fought for the Northern Army in the war between the states with my father and 3 brothers. They called it the Civil War, but I can assure you there was nothing civil about it. I am somewhat amazed that I survived that bloody war. I saw men slaughtered at Shiloh, Stones River, Chickamauga, and Chattanooga. I entered the war as a sergeant, and when the smoke had cleared from the last shot fired, I walked away as a second lieutenant, and I have never looked back. I always thought my life would be on the peaceful side after all of that, but as history now shows, didn't quite turn out that way. In 1863, I married Ada Marie McMillan, and we moved around a bit before settling here in Ozark Mountains in Taney County, Missouri. Between 1865 and 1885, over 40 murders were committed in Taney County without any justice ever being properly served.
But Judge, he's a liar and a murderer.
Now, I will have order in this court, or by God, I'll clear this room. Don't test me, gentlemen. Now, Mr. Everett, do you understand?
Yeah, but Judge, he ain't telling the truth.
That's enough. Now, sit down. And you, Mr. Kinney, do you understand?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I understand exactly what's going on here.
Well, that's a good thing. Counselor, you may continue with examination of your client, the accused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Layton, let's start again with your testimony. Where were you the night of September 22nd, 1883?
1883. This is 84, ain't it?
Last year, Mr. Layton. Were you in Everett Saloon on September 22nd, 1883?
Oh, yes, I was.
Now, who were you with that evening at Everett? What were you doing?
Sam Hall. Me and Sam rode over to there after we was done working at the mill. Shoot some pool and play some cards with some of the boys. Drink some whiskey.
Fine. Now tell me, in your own words, what happened that night at the saloon?
Well, like you and me talked about, me and Sam played some cards. He cheated me in the second game.
Did not, you damn jackass! You cheated me!
Not true! You lie!
Hush up! Hush up!
Yeah.
Now, sit down. Counselor, you control your client. Now, there'll be no more interruption.
Now, Mr. Layton, you played cards. Then what happened?
Well, we played some cards and drank a bit of whiskey, like I said. Yeah.
And
what?
Mr. Layton, what happened then?
Oh, well, that Jim Everett, he must have been drinking his own bad whiskey. So he stood there and he told the boys that I was cheating. And I ain't no card cheat, right?
Is this when Jim started waving his gun around and threatening to shoot you and Sam if y'all didn't settle down?
Objection. This is a leading question and it's full of assumption.
Sustained. Continue, Mr. Layton.
So I stands up and I told him to take it back. And that's when he took my pistol from my belt. And he pointed it at me and Sam and then he chased us outside. And so that's when I wrestled the gun back from him and I commenced to leave. And somebody shot him.
So you refute the testimony of Yale Everett that you shot James Everett.
That's right. I didn't shoot nobody. That Yale Everett's a liar just like his brother. Everybody see it, I didn't kill nobody.
You're the liar, Layton. You murdered Jim in cold blood. He didn't have no gun. You shot him twice and killed him, and you shot me, and you're going to pay for it.
Sit down.
You're not doing yourself any good. Sit down.
Judge, this is becoming ridiculous. How can we expect a fair trial when the jury box is filled with Layton's drunken family?
I'd have to agree with the prosecution. And in all of my years of studying law, I have never seen such an abomination of the law. This is ridiculous.
Your Honor, may I approach the bench? Yes. For God's sakes, you have got to get Everett and his family out of this courtroom. Although I share their sentiments, they are heating up this jury in such a way it is jeopardizing my case.
Now, I warn you. Sheriff, I want you to remove Mr. Kinney, Mr. Everett, and that foul-mouthed Hull out of my courtroom. And Mr. Everett, any more out of you, and you're going to jail.
Now, come on, Nat. You know what's going on in that courtroom over there is just plain wrong.
Yeah, I was on the grand jury that indicted him. Look, there's no doubt that he was going to kill somebody that day. I don't think it mattered one bit to that hot-headed drunk who he killed. It's just a shame that your brother was his victim. Now listen, you know that our county court saw fit to put all of his friends and relatives on that jury. It doesn't look good. I hate to say it, but there's a good chance that he's going to get away with murder.
Al Layton sat there and bald-faced lied. It ain't the way it happened. I told that jury everything, every damn detail.
Read 'em and weep, boys. I'm gonna be straight flush.
That ain't no straight. You ain't got no say. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you can't even count.
Well, I'll do my worst straight with it now.
That work we're doing down at Everettsville ain't got me too tired. I can't whip the both of you right now.
Now you fellas need to calm down. Come on now.
I ain't gonna let you cheat us in cars too. This here pot's mine.
Not so fast. Who you calling a cheat? Get your hands off my money. Sam. And my whiskey.
Al, that ain't your whiskey. It ain't nobody's whiskey.
Put that gun away.
And Al Layton killed him. That ain't no mystery. Everybody in town knows it.
Mr. Kenny, Mr. Prather sent you this note.
What's your name, boy?
Taney Dean, sir, but people call me Junior.
Take that, Junior. Not guilty.
Not guilty? I'll kill Al Layton myself.
Hey, calm down. And just sit down. You told the truth in front of God and witnesses. Layton is guilty. That's a plain fact. Now just calm yourself. You're not alone in the way you feel.
I want justice, damn it! We need justice.
Nat Kinney rode home that evening, burdened by the senseless killing of a good man. The anger he felt about the civil unrest in Taney County was growing, and once again he had seen no justice that day.
Did you bring us anything from Everett's store?
Everett's. Let's see. No, I don't think I got anything for you. I did get some of this Hard Rock candy, but I was going to give it to my horse.
I saw that fox we was looking for last night, Pa. I was fixing to blast it with your shotgun, but Mama said I couldn't. So I threw some rocks at it, and it ran into the woods.
Good job, son. Did you get any of the chickens? Where was Rascal?
I didn't get any of the chickens. Tell him where Rascal was. Shut up.
Paul, where was the dog while this fox was going after my chickens?
He caught Rascal, Pa. Poor dog. He sure was howling. Rascal ate the bacon and got caught in the trap.
Paul, you go put out water for Rascal, and Georgia, you finish setting the table. And both of you go wash up for dinner.
Yes, Mama.
What's wrong?
The jury found Al Layton not guilty of Jim's murder. He murdered him in cold blood, and they come back with not guilty. That's justice.
That poor man's family.
Something has to be done. Glad we moved down from Springfield. Mostly glad.
What do you mean, Nat?
Lawlessness is disgusting.
Nathaniel, you're a very strong and brave and kind man. But you're only one man.
You're right about that. I am just one man. And what can one man do, whether it's Kathy or me?
It would take an army to control this county.
You know what? You're right. It would take an army.
Well, that's well and good, but there's no army here.
There could be. There could be.
But these people here, they're farmers and merchants.
They're not soldiers, but they have guns. And enough good men with guns, they could form a militia. We could turn this into a place worth living in. We can make it safe for all of us. But I can only do it if you stand beside me.
Well, Mr. Kinney, let's build your army.
Once Nat Kinney made up his mind to do something, you could pretty well consider it done. Nat was a big man and known to be good with a gun. I never seen any one man mean enough to stare him down. He told me he had a plan to take back Taney County from the bushwhackers, and that we should get a few good, upstanding citizens together for a meeting.
Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to be here tonight. But I think that our business here, as we all know, is very important. We have an overabundance of bushwhackers, thieves,
Committing murders and getting away with it.
We have to stop this. It's our duty to stop this. We all know that the court system isn't going to do anything about it. They've shown us that. How about that $42,000 in tax income? Just gone. Missing.
Are you saying that we should all carry our guns, post up around the county? Some of us have farms to run. Some of us need to make a living.
We all have a living to make. But there isn't going to be anything left of this place that we love unless we stand up and remedy what's wrong with this county.
If I may just for a moment speak to you here. I certainly appreciate being invited to this meeting. And I truly hope that you're not making any accusations about my abilities. Enforce the law. In my defense, this county's been ridden with crime since the beginning of the war. And I've got 600 square miles to cover.
McAfee, all of us here know your abilities. You're a fine sheriff. But it's like you say, it's a hell of a big job for just one man.
Now, what I propose is that we form a league. A citizens' league for law and order. We can assist the sheriff and protect our lands. Protect our brothers' lands.
Yeah, well, 13 still isn't enough.
I don't know, Nat. I mean, we all know that we've had a problem trusting some of these men in the county. You take those same men and give them a shield of an organization to hide behind, and we're liable to have a bigger problem than we've already got. There's a reason that the sheriff is an elected official.
Alonzo's got a point there, Nat. You see, I'm the elected sheriff of this county, and the responsibility of enforcing the law falls on my shoulders. Now, there's a couple of concerns I've got because so far I haven't heard a thing about sworn-in deputies. This is a vigilance group you're talking about. Now, boys, I don't need any more trouble in this county. What I need is a whole lot less.
That's why we have to keep this organization a secret.
You can't just turn the law over to anybody. I mean, there's men out there that they're looking for an excuse to shoot somebody.
We can only bring in men that we absolutely trust. We have to have organization and accountability. Now, Alonzo, if you and Captain Van Zant can organize the men, we need to treat this like a military unit.
What we need to do is divide this county into sectors. We need to appoint a lieutenant for each district, and those lieutenants will report back to us.
The important thing is secrecy. Yeah. We all need to be willing to take a solemn oath to maintain that. Right. JJ, think maybe that you could draft us an oath for our league?
Of course I will, Nat. You know, it's also important that all of our members stay quiet for the sake of our families and the like. I can imagine there will be some retaliation. We must move with caution.
How are we going to know the difference between them and good, trustworthy men? We could have a signal. Maybe a handshake.
Just call us the Masons.
Yeah. We can be the eyes and ears for Sheriff McAfee. There is strength in our numbers.
Now, you mark my words, Kenny. If this gets out of hand, I'll deny any knowledge.
Being of like minds, we could never have known that the decisions we made on October the 18th, 1884 would forever change the history of Southwest Missouri. The concept seemed sound enough. Help enforce the law. By banding together, we had strength. There was indeed change coming to Taney County.
Gentlemen, tonight, change, real change, is coming to Taney County. The Citizens League for Law and Order is born tonight. Each one of you is going to play an important part in our mission in the days going forward. Our purpose is at all times to respond to the call of our officers in maintaining law. Everybody here has seen our towns being looted. You've seen our friends and our neighbors being killed. Livestock being stolen and butchered. We've seen our women mistreated. Our families have been torn apart by these bushwhackers, these thieves, and these murderers.
Gotta stop.
I say, no more.
No more.
No more.
No more.
Tonight, justice is coming. And it's a secret justice that only we know about. But I'll tell you this, very soon, they're going to feel our justice. Yeah. Maybe some of you sitting back there thinking, hell, I'll just go home. I'm going to go sit on my porch.
Some of y'all's got a bigger porch than others, too.
You know what I say? I say join the band or leave the land. What about our sons and our daughters? That's right. Tonight, we make a choice. You can sit with your arms crossed and watch while a few men go out and clean up this mess, or you can join us. You can join us and say, no more! No more! No more!
Well, gentlemen, I think we have your feelings on this. Now, as Mr. Kenny stated, it's important we do everything we do in complete secrecy. No written records.
We need to get started right away on changing Taney County. People need to know we exist, and they need to know we mean business.
Now, in the presence of God and all these witnesses, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear that I will never reveal any of the secrets of this order.
It won't be long. And Bush Breakers ain't gonna know which way to run.
Well, that's all fine and good, boys, as long as we stay inside the confines of the law. But I'll guarantee you, the first time we step outside the law, Sheriff McAfee will come after us with a vengeance. You know it.
So what's next, Nat? What's our mission?
You let me take care of them, Cap. We'll meet here again in a few days, and we'll make a plan.
I will be subject to the jurisdiction of 12 members of this order, even if their decision should be to hang me by the neck until I'm dead. So help me God. Well, gentlemen, it's my great honor to welcome each of you to the Citizens League of Law and Order. For some time now, there had been bad blood between Nat Kenny and the Cogburns and their friends, the Snaps. Andrew Cogburn and his Uncle Robert felt as though Nat Kenny was a bully and a big talker, and worse than that, an outsider. So they took every opportunity to give Nat a hard time and to discredit him, especially in front of his friends and followers.
Hello, everybody. Who's standing out here for?
This is nothing but an unholy desecration of the house of God.
I was the first one here, Captain. Thought about taking it down, figured you might want to see it.
Nathaniel, it's gonna be okay.
What do you want to do, Nat?
We're going to do what we always do. We're going to worship the Lord and praise His name. I think we need to pray for those who know not what they do. What are you doing here, Cogburn?
Well, we came to join you today, Mr. Kenny. Heard about your door. Damn shame. You think I want to do something like that? Uncle Robert heard you were a good preacher. He wanted to come hear you. Surely you wouldn't turn away a lost sinner from the house of the Lord.
Let it never be said, though, that I turned away anyone who was lost.
Good morning, everybody. This is the day the Lord has made. Despite a few distractions this morning, we're here for church. We're going to worship the Lord, praise His name. We're going to speak His words to the lost. Let us go to His word. Jesus, the Son of God, said, I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish. My Father, which gave them to me, is greater than all, and no man can pluck them from His hands.
It makes me feel kind of good inside.
Taney County is full of sinners. There are men and women living together without being married.
Amen, Brother Kenny.
There are men spending their wages on whiskey while their families go without. And children are starving.
Well, that ain't right. People ought not do that.
You know, this can be the day that your life changes. You're ready to meet God just the way you are.
Mr. Kenny, tell me how I can get this here salvation you're talking about.
Well, all that you have to do is ask God to forgive your sins. Ask Jesus into your heart. And turn from your wicked ways.
Well, that's all it takes. I just got to ask God to save me.
Salvation is free to anyone who will ask.
About them wicked ways. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, if you become a Christian, your life will change.
So you're trying to tell me that I'm not going to want any more of that whiskey or saying them curse words or chasing women?
You wouldn't want to.
I don't think I'm ready to stop all that. I'm going to have to think about this one a while. My friends, in our lives we are faced with many decisions, many choices. Just saw a man make a choice. And God have mercy on his soul. Friends, I'm sorry it turned out this way today. And I promise you that will not happen again. Now, can I see you after?
I don't ever want those Cogborn boys in my church again.
I'll make sure they don't, Ned.
Frank Taylor and his younger brother Tubal were well known in Taney County, and not in a good way. They were just plain mean. They never let the law or moral decency get in their way. Most people cut them a wide path when they were around. It just didn't seem healthy to try to pet a rattlesnake.
How's it going, Dickerson? Fine day, yes indeed.
Hello, Frank. What can we do for you today?
Well, John, I'm looking for some boots for my brother Tubal. I'm gonna pick out a pair, and you just go ahead and you put them on my bill.
Well, now, Frank, you already owe me quite a bit already.
Well, I don't see what the problem is. I'm gonna take these pretty boots, and you're gonna go ahead and you put them on that bill.
Well, that is going to be a problem, see, because I've got to make a living, Frank.
Well, hell, don't we all?
Take the boots, Mr. Taylor. John, let it go.
You see now, Dickerson, you got a pretty smart wife here. Not bad looking either. Better start counting your blessings, John. While you got them. I hope y'all have a real nice day.
John, it's just not worth your life for a pair of boots.
But Mary, it's not going to stop with a pair of boots. Why, we're just barely making it as it is. These Taylor boys are going to bleed us dry.
You can't go against an outlaw. You are not a gunslinger.
But we're not alone in this. We've got friends now who'll help us.
The Citizens League?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. I told you I'd take care of the problem.
Uncle Robert, I was thinking just now. You know, my pa learned me how to fish the right way. How's about wagering with me that I can catch more panfires at the pond than you can?
Well, you better just hold on there. If that's what you're thinking, you're just wasting your time thinking.
Now, wait a minute. Hear me out. If I do catch more, when I do, you have to clean the mess of them. And you have to cook them for supper. And you have to clean the dishes for Sorrel.
I don't do dishes for nobody.
You ain't got a woman, so who cleans them for you?
Well, all I do is just grab those dishes and take them down the creek, wash them off a bit. Now, I know it ain't at all what Sorrelda does, but hey, it works for me.
Dang. Glad Sissy and I live together and not with you.
You cockburns!
Hey. Oh, Lord. My heart is beating out of my chest.
You think we killed any of them?
Nah. But they sure deserved it if we did. I think they plumb got away. I don't hear anything.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Go ahead. I might have an answer for you.
If something ever happens to me, will you... If something were to happen, will you take care of Sorrelda for me?
Nephew, you hear me, and you hear me well. I promised your pa at his grave, mind you, that I'd take care of your ma and you and your sister Sorrelda, and I am a man of my word. And your ma, when she was dying, rest her soul, I promised her the very same thing.
You know, Sorrelda said Ma died of a broken heart.
Well, I suppose in a way I believe it. My brother James, he loved your ma and you two kids more than anything. And your ma, she loved y'all right back even more. Yeah, I think her heart pretty much broke whenever James passed. She just couldn't handle that sadness.
Sometime I feel that way. About the sadness.
I know you do, Andy. Me too. But you and Sorrel are my blood. And if it takes my very last breath, I'm going to do everything I can to not let anything happen to you. You guys have been through enough already.
You think Kenny and them bald knobbers ever going to let us be?
Not if you don't leave Kenny alone. You're playing a dangerous game, Andrew.
You think I ought to ease off making the fun I do with Kenny and the bunch?
Might not be a bad idea.
You know, Kenny said Pa was a fool for taking the kind of chances he did. That a smarter man wouldn't have gotten himself killed. Robert, I can't let that go.
Kenny didn't kill your pa, Andrew. Now, is that worth dying for?
I guess not. But is what we have now worth living for?
All we got, boy, is the sunrise that brings us each new day. And as long as you're upright and breathing, it's a pretty good day.
Well, Dickerson. Kind of slow in here today, isn't it?
Not much going on today, Frank.
Well, makes me think you should have appreciated my business the other day on account of it being so slow. You know, that kind of hurts my feelings.
Mr. Dickinson, you went and hurt my brother's feelings. Not a good thing to do.
Well, now look, Frank, I was only trying to help.
You went and told the sheriff about my little warning to you the other day. That wasn't a very smart thing to do. And guess what? You won't be telling anybody anything anymore. Tubal, grab me a shirt.
What are we gonna do if them damn ball knobbers come out looking for us? You know we ain't got enough guns to outshoot them all.
Them bald knobbers ain't nothing but a bunch of farmers on horses. What are they gonna do? Hit us with a damn rake? Them Dickersons were outsiders and they're dead. Kinda hard to testify when you're dead.
Don't shoot, Frank. It's Tony and Jess.
Just you two?
1, 2. Yes, it's just us two.
Come on.
Well, if it isn't Jesse and Frank James.
Don't give me no bull, Jess.
Why, you're even famous outside of Taney County.
Hear that, Frank? We're famous.
I am standing right here, Tubal. I heard what the man said. What are y'all talking about anyways?
The Dickersons, Frank. A lot of people looking for you right now.
Well, hell, I killed the Dickersons outright. They ought to be dead.
Well, Frank, they ain't.
Well, we shot them. They damn well look dead.
Well, Tubal, apparently looking ain't being.
What's it take to kill a man nowadays? I shot that old man through the head. He had to be dead.
So now everyone knows we done it, Frank.
Well, I do have some good news.
Well, I sure could use some about now, Deputy Tony.
There's a reward out on you.
I don't think that's a damn bit funny, Tony.
Well, I'm glad we can give you boys a good laugh today. You come all the way out just to give us the good news. Tony, you thinking about keeping that reward yourself? You and Jess here?
We were thinking about it, Frank. It is a lot of money.
Now, hold on there, Frank. There's more to this than Tony said. Tony, you trying to get us killed? Tell him what's on our minds. And Frank, just calm down.
And how much is this reward?
$1,000.
Frank, that's a lot of money.
All we do is turn you into Sheriff McAfee. We get the reward, and then we split it with you. You'll be out on bail and pretty soon walking around with a pocket full of money. It will work, Frank.
How I know you and Jess here ain't gonna cheat us.
Well, besides us being friends, why would I do that if I know you're gonna get out on bail and come looking for me? No, Frank, we do this together. 4 ways.
Okay. But if anything goes wrong, you get us out of that jail.
It won't go wrong, Frank. And just remember, I got the keys to the cell. Sheriff McAfee's too damn dumb to ever know what happened.
Tubal, you go get the horses.
Well, Sheriff, Jess and I brung him in.
Well, well. So you did, Deputy. Good job. I'll take those guns, boys, one at a time, nice and easy. All right, boys, right this way. And inside.
So, Sheriff, do I need to sign something or what?
No, you don't need to sign anything. But I was curious, where'd you find Frank and Tubal Taylor? You know, we've had a lot of men out looking for them.
Well, just like everyone else, we were out riding and searching and kind of stumbled across them. Caught them off guard.
Pretty lucky, huh? Did you have Jess Casey sworn in to help you?
Of course I did. Wanted it to be all legal like in case we had any trouble.
Well, I guess it's all legal then.
Now, about the reward.
No, there won't be any reward, Deputy Tony.
No reward? What do you mean no reward? I've seen posters all over town about a $1,000 reward. We risked our lives to bring in those men. What do you mean we ain't getting no reward?
Did you read the poster? It said for the arrest and conviction of Frank and Tubal Taylor. Besides that, you and Jess Casey are sworn officers of the law, and you can't collect any reward doing your duty as a law officer. And furthermore, you risk your lives by letting them keep their guns. They could just have easily shot your ass off.
Now, wait just a damn minute, Sheriff. Well, then I'll resign and I'll collect the reward that way.
Well, you can resign, Deputy, but there'll still be no reward. See, you were a lawman when you brought him in, and that's all that counts. Besides that, do me a favor. Watch these guys. I got to go take some of these posters down.
No reward. I'm out of here.
Tony, what in the hell is going on? You gotta get us out of here.
Told you I'd get you out of here. Gotta wait till later. Till the sheriff is gone for the day.
What about that damn reward, Tony? Didn't you read the poster?
Of course I did. I don't remember nothing about no conviction being on there. I can't believe we won't be getting it.
You dumb son of a bitch!
Now you listen, Tony, and you listen good. You're gonna have bigger problems than worried about not getting no reward. I promise you.
I hear you. I told you I'd get you out, and I will. We've got to wait till later. I got to go for a while, but I'll be back.
Yeah, you're damn right. You wouldn't want the sheriff to know the whole story on this. Understand?
Oh, gee, Sheriff, you scared the life right out of me.
Give me your badge, Deputy Tony.
My badge? What for?
You know why. Give it to me. And one more thing. If I ever catch you within 50 feet of this jail again, I'm going to put you in that cell with those old boys and let you finish that conversation you were having with them. Now get out of here.
Talk about suffering here below, and let's keep following Jesus.
Frank. Frank, wake up. Tubal, it is the middle of the night. Frank, I hear a bunch of horses outside.
The gospel train has come. Now don't you want to go?
I think we got company. Tubal, go ahead and get your boots on. I think it's Compton and Tony coming here to bust us out.
And leave this world of sorrow.
Go get those Taylors.
And troubles here below.
We all doing the same right. This is against the law. Where's Sheriff McCaffrey?
You'll see hell before you see Sheriff McCaffrey, Taylor.
Can't do this, can't Sheriff McCaffrey. Where's Sheriff McCaffrey? I'm not getting on that damn horse. Come on, come on. Help me!
Move out, boys. This court for the Citizens League for Law and Order is now called to order. Frank and Tubal Taylor, you are accused of harassing the good citizens of Taney County, both with threats and with deeds that have been seen to be unlawful. You are accused of mutilating cattle, theft of property, and the attempted murder of 2 of our citizens. How do you plead?
This is bullshit, Kenny. You ain't got no right to do this. You can't do this. This ain't no courthouse.
See, I think we have more right to hold this hearing than you had to shoot the Dickersons. And now here you are, being tried by a jury of your peers.
Go to hell, Kenny!
Well, I tell you what, I suggest that you start praying to the Lord God Almighty for forgiveness before you make your little journey to hell tonight.
Who made you judge, jury, and executioner?
Frank Taylor, we're done with filthy dogs like you having your way. We're cleaning up Taney County, and you and Tubal are just the beginning.
Listen, we are not here tonight for revenge. We are here to uphold law and order. Tubal, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
What is your verdict of these men? Frank and Tubal Taylor, you have been found guilty by a jury of your peers of the crimes that have been laid before you. I hereby sentence you both to death by hanging. God have mercy on your souls. Men of the Citizens League, this trial's over. You are dismissed.
Ned?
What is it, Alonzo?
What is it? My God, man. We weren't supposed to hang these boys. We just supposed to scare the hell out of them. What the hell happened to law and order, Nat?
Lonzo, with all due respect, these boys got what they deserve.
We didn't start the league just to scare people. We started it for law and order and to bring justice where there was none.
Oh, Nat, we wasn't supposed to do this.
Go home, Alonzo.
All right. I'll go home. But you better listen to me on this one, Nat Kinney. By God, this is not what we agreed to, and you know it. I am not a murderer. And by God, I don't intend to become one now. You better listen to me, Nat.
My Lord and my God, I pray for these men that this elimination of evil will be used for good, that a message will be sent out to those who are not following your ways, Lord, and that it would turn them to righteousness. Please give me strength and guidance in your Son's name. Amen.
Dave Walker. Heard a lot about you and your organization.
Well, I assume it was all good since we're all standing here.
This is my son Billy.
Good to meet you, Mr. Kinney.
How old are you, boy?
With all due respect, Mr. Kinney, I'm not a boy. I'm 16 years old, and I'll be second in command of the Christian County Citizens League.
Billy's really good with a gun.
I'm here to help you establish your organization. You have to choose who's going to be a part of that. You need men that you can trust.
We've got some good men, Mr. Kinney.
All right. We've got a long ride ahead of us. Let's get started. Why do you need this organization? What are you going to do with it? We're not just riding around the countryside, shooting up the hills. What are you doing here?
There's some bad folks in Christian County. It was bad enough, but then the railroad came, and now it's worse. There's folks selling whiskey, there's saloons, gambling, and even a few soiled doves around, if you know what I mean. It's a troubled county.
Their actions, or lack thereof, will determine whether or not they are turning away from their sin.
Amen, Mr. Kinney. Sir, my name is John Matthews, and I am glad to know that you're a man of God as well.
We're all God's children, Mr. Matthews.
And sir, it has become mighty hard to shepherd the flock through the church doors and away from the sin and filth that the godforsaken railroad has brought.
But there are many who refuse to live in God's ways. They're living in sin. It's up to us to turn them from their wicked ways. And what we do is we'll take hickory sticks, put it on their front porch. However many sticks are sitting there in that bundle, that's how many days they have to change their ways.
What if they don't agree to this? What if they just ignore it and keep on doing what they've been doing anyway?
We'll get them switches busted across their backs. Be a lesson they soon won't forget.
Every time that we ride into some place at night and we right some wrong, we're stronger. and more feared. We have to do whatever it takes to rid this county of this filth. We do not ask. We do not negotiate. We command it. Now, one thing that you all need to understand is that once you join this organization, there's no turning back. You're going to become a part of something, an organization that you're going to be with till the day you die. There are no written records. There are no rosters with people's names written down.
Captain Kinney, we already made our own masks. What do you think?
I think that'd be very effective in the dark. Conceal your face a lot better than a bandana. It's good thinking, boy. This is Galba Branson. He's going to be administering the oath.
Well, he's a lawman.
And who are you?
Well, I'm Wiley Matthews.
And what's your point about him being a lawman?
Well, I just thought it might be a problem with the law looking over our shoulder.
We're all here to enforce the law. We have men from every walk of life in our organization.
Mr. Kinney is right, Wiley. Now, this organization is going to rid the county of the filth, not become part of it.
Gather around, take the oath.
All right, man, repeat after me. I solemnly swear.
I solemnly swear
that I will never reveal any secrets of this order.
You reckon this 16-year-old boy is going to be able to head a group of men on our raid, Captain?
Well, that'll come with experience. Let's hope he lives long enough to get some.
Without question.
without question.
I make this pledge as a blood oath.
I make this pledge as a blood oath.
Unto death.
Unto death.
Paul, Nat Kinney sent you a note. I found this tacked to one of our trees down by the road. I don't think you're gonna like it very much.
Well, I guess Mr. Kinney's running out of people to bother. Diane, read this.
Attention, William Miles family. As a resident and landowner in Taney County, Missouri, it's your responsibility to join your neighbors in protecting property and people of this area. You are hereby advised to join the Citizens League for Law and Order or face the consequences. There is no middle ground, and no one can sit on the fence in Taney County. It's time to take a stand on one side or the other. Join the band or leave the land. You have 7 days to respond.
What do you think, Paul? Seems like Nat Kinney's been so busy creating all this law and order, now he thinks he's a king. King Kinney. Sort of has a ring to it.
This is not funny. I heard he has over 200 men riding with him.
This is our home, and that ain't right.
We ain't going nowhere, Frankie. Now, we ain't got much, but it's ours. Now, I raised you kids to take care of yourselves, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, starting tonight, we take turns on lookout. Jim, you get you something to eat, and get your horse, and you're going to ride perimeter tonight. Manny, after you get done eating, I want you to take this note, and I want you to see to it that someone gets it to Kinney. And you tell them that our latch hangs on the outside of our door, if any of them are man enough to try to open it. Diane, there'll be a loaded shotgun and Winchester next to that door at all times. Don't go outside without one.
You really think they'll come, Paul?
Let them come. I hope they do.
Yeah, they'll come. And when they do, by God, we're going to be ready.
Hey.
Hey, Sam.
We have a visiting preacher tonight. Andrew, let's try to get through this service without pissing off Kenny, okay?
Asking Andrew not to harass Mr. Kinney is like talking to a tree, Mr. Snap. It's what he lives for. I've tried to pull back the rein on him several times, but it's like saddling a mule blindfolded.
Well, you know a man has to do what he does best. I can't help it, Sam. I just can't stand the man.
I don't like him either, but it's the closest church to my property. I gotta see that my kids get some decent Bible learning where I can.
Mr. Snap, your kids are gonna turn out fine. Even at their age, they're polite and respectful, which is more than I can say about some grown men around here.
Well, I'm just keeping Kenny on his toes, sissy.
Andy, you're gonna push him once too often one of these days.
Galba.
Maggie,
I thought you'd be at the church by now.
I've just come from there. Just had some information I wanted to pass along to Nat, if I could.
Anything I should be concerned about?
Oh, no. Heavens no. Everything's okay. Just wanted to jaw with Nat a little bit.
Okay, I'll go get him. Have a seat.
You lost, Galba?
How are you, Captain?
Doing well. What's the matter?
I just came from the church. I saw Andrew Cogburn there. You know, with the trouble we've been having with him lately, I thought this would be a good time to serve him with that warrant that we got.
You still have that paperwork?
Got it right here.
Why don't you let me serve this? If he's at the church when I get there, then I'll give it to him.
Nathaniel, might look better if I did it.
Why don't you just let me do it? You head on back to the church and gather some of the men on your way.
Will do.
Nathaniel, what's wrong?
It's nothing.
Is it Andrew?
I need to get to the church. I have a warrant for Andrew Cogburn's arrest. I'm going to serve it. I don't think there's going to be any problems. I'm just taking precautions. It'll be fine. Paul, let's go. Pick up the Bible.
Listen to your father.
Wow. Looky, looky who's coming down the road. The old blue gobbler himself.
Andrew, for me, please behave tonight.
Okay. For you, my little sister, I'll be on my best behavior.
Paulie, why don't you go stand over there out of the way?
You see Andy trying to harass Mr. Kinney. Just slap him upside his head.
Which one? Andrew or Kenny?
Hey, sissy, you still got my gun?
Yeah, it's in my bag, and that's where it's staying.
Nothing's wrong. I just want you to go over there. Do as I say.
I'm gonna go bring her in. You guys go ahead and talk.
Thrilled to always carry your gun while you're at church.
Oh, I'm not allowed to carry in public, Sam. Just taking no chances.
I'm gonna need you to step up into the light.
What's this all about, Kenny? We're at church, for God's sake.
You got a bone stuck in your crop?
Don't make me tell you again. Put your hands in the air. I've got a warrant for your arrest. Put your hands where I can see them.
I don't know what I do now to get in trouble with you. I don't...
Kenny, I got a few words for you.
What are you doing here, Robert? We're having an investigation.
You damn well better have an investigation going on. You're the one who shot him.
Now, I'm sorry that I had to shoot him, but he left me no choice.
Now, you and I both know that Andrew would never draw on you. He's not a gunslinger, he's just a reckless boy.
The facts are the facts.
You know what? Ever since that damn war, this county's been doing the best it can to heal itself. And you come down here and you tear the wounds right back open. You're nothing but a saloon-keeping Yankee. And then you start this Sunday school group, and you call yourself a man of God. You're not a man of God, you're an agent of the devil.
Many of the longtime citizens of Taney County had had just about enough of Nat Kenny and his ball knobbers. So they joined together to create an opposing force, a militia, the anti-ball knobbers.
The ball knobbers don't care about law and order. They only care about taking people's land.
Right. Just found out Nat Kenny and his friends know we're meeting. They're coming to disarm ya.
The hell they will.
Well, you better get them fast. They're coming up the street.
All right, boys. We're standing our ground and we don't back up. Understood? All right. Let's move.
Nobody does anything unless I say. Wait for my signal.
You lost her, Mr. Kenny?
You boys need to lay down your weapons. That way we know that there won't be any trouble in town.
Well, Nathaniel, that just don't make no sense now, does it? You try to take our guns, you already have more trouble than what you can shake a stick at.
You're making a big mistake, William.
Kenny, just in case you don't know it, this here's a scattergun, and I'll use it right now to cut you in half first. Now you just go right ahead and pull them damn fancy guns you got and see what happens.
Let's go, boys. We can take care of this some other time.
Oh, Nathaniel, I don't want you to walk all the way down here and for nothing. There, we're disarmed. Don't get too cocky, boys.
Hey, last time I checked, my name weren't Minnie.
You're about as red-faced as that old hog I'm looking for, but I guess you aren't Minnie after all, are you?
Well, I reckon not. Do I know you?
Probably. but I tend to keep to myself. But I've seen you around. I know of you pretty well, Mr. Cogburn.
Well, I apologize, this leg's got me down.
Well, you do seem to be favoring that leg just almost as much as you're sipping from that jug. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
We should get you back to the house. I'm headed back there anyway as soon as I've found Minnie. Maybe I can make something up to help you with that leg. Maybe also help you with your head once you run that jug dry.
Well, I appreciate that and all, ma'am. But you need to be a bit careful about inviting strange men out to your place. These hills they just ain't safe anymore.
You're right about that. But you're no stranger to me, Mr. Cogburn. And with all due respect, I can spot a hurting soul when I see one. Your soul cries the same way mine did, with those longing tears of wanting to bring somebody back to you and knowing you can't do nothing about it. How about that leg?
Now, how about that pig? Minnie, where are you? Now, who goes and names an old hog anyway? And speaking of names, what was your name again?
Well, mostly, they're about the only company I have most of the time. And well, it'd be rude to call them breakfast and supper. And my name's Rachel. Rachel May. You mean to tell me you've never named any of your animals?
Well, I'm to think of it, I did name a dog one time.
What?
Well, I named him Stick.
Stick?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he was skinny.
Now, tell me, how'd you come to hurt that leg so bad?
Well, it wasn't much of nothing. Just some of those damn ball knobbers over there in Kirbyville. Oh, they didn't care too much for the tune I was singing, and they thought they'd tell me about it. But you know what? Piss on them. It's a damn good song. Dude, old Kirbyville, I can no longer stay. Hard times and ball knobbers are driving me away. Oh, well.
Samuel and I married young. Foolish, may have been, but we didn't see it that way. We had big plans for when he came home from the war. I didn't want him to leave, but it seemed like fighting for the Confederacy was running thick in his blood, and he and his pa and two brothers set out only 1 month after we wed. He swore he was going to do his time on the battlefield, fighting those Union boys off, and then come back to me, and we could start our life together. But he didn't come back. Mr. Cogburn, I'm sure you've heard of Madison Day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was him. Him and his soldiers. Snuck up on Samuel and them in the middle of the night, killed him outright. Unarmed. While they were sleeping. They never had a chance like that. So much for the glory of war.
now, all these years later, those cowards are back here in this country, our country, saddled up with Kenny and them bald knobbers, stealing land from its rightful owners, beating up on whoever they please in the name of justice. There ain't one thing just about them.
You know, seems like what those Yankee cowards tend to be doing these days. Just killing innocent, unarmed people. You know, that's what happened to my nephew. And that bastard Kenny. He killed him, murdered him, like a dog he didn't like. And I couldn't save him. It was my fault. I couldn't save him. I'm sorry. I want you to hold on to this. I want you to have this. That way I know I'll get to see you again.
Now, Paul's old hound dog had run off, see, and we was out looking for him. And we was way over at Johnson Holler when I hear some howling out in the woods.
Now, Robert, don't you even think about touching that huckleberry pie.
Anyway. Now, I hear some howling in the trees, and here he come like a
Hush, listen. Robert, there's somebody coming down the path.
Bald knobbers. Will, get my Winchester.
Don't you dare go out that door, Robert.
Listen to me. You put Sophia in bed, get the shotgun, and then stand right here behind this door. Will, you come with me.
He's just a boy, Robert.
I'm just gonna see what these fools want. You just keep an eye on us. You stay close.
Robert Snap, get out here now! What do you want, bald knobber? Well, Robert, we're tired of you sitting on the fence and not helping out the citizens here. Frankly, it makes us wonder whose side you're on.
That spook mask don't hide you, Ben Price. Now, you're trespassing on my land. You need to leave.
Well, you see, that's the thing. You're either with us or you're against us. And there ain't no middle ground here.
And if I don't?
Well, let's just say you and your family don't want to find out what'll happen to you if you don't do as you're told.
Do what I'm told? Is that what the League does now? In the name of the law? Steal people's land? You know better than thieves. And you come on my land threatening my family? My land, Ben Price. I can't take all you boys down. But Price, you're gonna be my first. And not my last.
I ain't shooting no woman or kid, Ben.
no matter that I'm a woman right now, John Haggard, and it surely don't matter to this scattergun I got pointed right at your gut. It cut you in half and everybody around you.
There were a few men willing to kill Nat Kinney, but when it got right down to it, they were afraid of him. But Nat Kinney had to be dealt with. Now the question was, who would step forward and do it?
I'm damn serious. We all agree, loser gets it done.
Nat and his men have been coming around our farm for months, threatening to run us out of town if we didn't join up.
Then who's to say we stop at Kinney? Easy now. You're starting to make us sound an awful lot like the bunch we're trying to dissolve.
Robert's right.
Kinney's reign comes to an end, and one of us is going to be responsible. Cards?
I'll take 3.
Billy?
4 cards.
Dealer will take 2. Billy, you cheating your way to a killing?
We lay them down together?
Okay. Now.
It was a fair game, and I lost. I'm just not afraid of what I have to do.
Well, it is what it is, boys.
Others!
Don't even let that foot hit that ground, ball knobber, or it'll be your last step.
Miles, you've been told several times, either join the league or get out. It's time for you to start packing. You got 2 days to be off this property.
You got me out of bed to tell me that? I got news for you, bushwhacker. You can keep them 2 days. Now, you got 2 minutes to turn them damn horses back toward town and ride.
Hold your ground, boys. We're settling this tonight.
You called it, ball knobber. Try some more of this, you no good bushwhacker! Because you're the next one that's gonna fall!
I'm your dead man!
Stay a bit longer, we'll finish this, you son of a bitch!
James, we need a warrant. I want Old Man Miles and his boys arrested.
I already heard about it, Nat. William and Billy Miles were here this morning. They just wanted to go on record as to what happened last night. They didn't file an official complaint, but Billy did say they'd take care of it themselves on their land.
They shot 4 of my men. I want them in jail.
Can we just talk about this? Why did you send men out to the Miles place?
We were protecting Taney County, same as we always do. We're backing you up.
You weren't backing me up. I wasn't there to be backed up. Now, Nathaniel, you know that the Miles family pretty much minds their own business unless they're backed into a corner. And I've been here a long time, and they have never attacked anyone unless threatened first. So why?
Why what, James?
Why did you send men out to the Miles place?
They have ignored our request to join the Citizens League. People need to choose what side of the fence they're on.
It's their fence to sit on, Nathaniel. It's their house, their land, and as long as they don't break any laws, they can just damn well do as they please on it. What happened to you helping me enforce the law? You know, going out to harass people just because they disagree with you is not enforcing the law. Now, Nathaniel, I've known you a long time. Your intentions were very good, but this is not what we agreed to, nor what we talked about.
You agreed by oath to support the League.
Yeah, and you agreed that the Citizens League was all about law and order. Law and order, Nat, not forcing people off their land.
If it wasn't for the League, you'd probably be dead by now by bushwhackers.
Right now, I'm starting to think there's just not much difference between the League and the bushwhackers.
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
And that's a hell of a thing for your men to do. And from what I understand, it's not the first time. And Nat Kenny, you're a friend of mine, but I've got a job to do, and there's got to be law, Nat. Law and order, not vigilante harassment.
You're making a mistake.
Well, it won't be the first mistake I've made in this job, Nat. But you better hear your own words. Just like a mean old mule, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass if you don't watch out.
Spend a lot of time together, try to take care of you. But we never talked about Andrew. I promised your mom and your pa I'd take care of both of you. But I haven't done a very good job of that.
Uncle Robert, you can't ever think that. Andrew loved you, and I love you. I've always been there for us. Andrew knew he was pushing Kenny too hard.
If this means anything to you, I love you both with all my heart.
Are you shot? Uncle Robert?
Serelda, dear, what's wrong? Serelda, come in, sweetie. Come in and sit down. Serelda, can you tell me what's got you so upset? I hate seeing you like this.
I don't know. know how to tell you.
We're friends. You and Robert and I have sat at this very table for many, many hours talking about anything and everything.
But that's just it, Rachel. We can't do that anymore. Robert is gone. Uncle Robert is dead. Someone shot him in the back. I was right there with him. And I couldn't do anything about it. We were just walking there one minute, just talking about life and Andrew, and then the next. Rachel, he was all I had left.
Many citizens in Taney County were constantly looking over their shoulder. Governor John Sappington Marmaduke was being pressured by the press and the citizens of Missouri. So Missouri Adjutant General James Carson Jameson arrived in Forsyth and checked into a local hotel.
Good morning, sir. How can I help you?
And you are?
Julia Barnhart, sir. Now it's your turn.
Jameson, my dear. James Carson Jameson.
So you're the man from Jefferson City. Well, welcome to Forsyth, Mr. Jameson. We do have 3 rooms ready for you and your men. If I could just have you sign the register for me right here, sir. Thank you, sir. Your rooms are upstairs to the left. Yours is number 6.
Well, thank you, Julia Barnhart. I appreciate it.
Oh, Mr. Jameson, supper will be ready at 6. Adjunct General. I don't rightly know what an adjunct general is, but it sounds important. You'd think a general would be traveling with more than 2 men.
Morning, Miss Julia.
Morning, Wash. You lost? Ain't never seen you in the hotel before.
I hear you have visitors.
Wash Middleton, this is a hotel. We've always got visitors. Wait just a minute. We respect our guests' privacy and we expect others to do the same.
Let me tell you something, Miss Julia.
No, let me tell you something. I don't care what you do outside these walls, but you will not come in here and act like you just own the place. Because you don't.
Nat Kinney and the Taney County Ball Knobbers were about to get a rude awakening.
Gentlemen, thank you for coming. My name is James Carson Jameson, Adjutant General of the great state of Missouri. Now, it is my hope that by the end of this meeting we can come to some clear consensus that will end some of the problems here in Taney County. The governor is not a happy man. He has lost all his patience with what's been going on around here.
The only thing that's been going on around here is citizens helping law enforcement maintain order.
Now, I believe that vigilantes, if you will, are for law enforcement. They want to do what's right. The governor expects every citizen in Taney County to embrace the laws of the state of Missouri, the same as in every other county in the state.
Mr. Jameson, we've all taken an oath for the sake of law and order.
Is that the oath that you're telling all the people that's not ball knobbers either join the band or leave the land, Mr. McGill?
Miles, you've been against us since day one.
You make all this law-abiding citizens leave so you can come in and take their land. Now, is that your law enforcement? By God, there's no one that comes on my land and threatens my family.
Yes, your family is breaking the law. What do you think you're trying to do here?
Is that your
Gentlemen, I'm not here to arbitrate some imaginary line drawn in the sand. Everybody calm down a minute. The governor expects every citizen in Taney County to embrace the laws of the state of Missouri, the same as in every other county in the state. Allow me to just clarify a very important law. Now, Mr. Kinney, could you please show me your state charter signed by the governor of the state of Missouri, allowing you to operate the Citizens League, known locally as the Bald Knobbers?
General Jameson, you know we don't have a charter.
Yes, I know you don't. And the Taney Militia, could you please show me your state charter, signed by the governor of the state, allowing you to operate as a militia?
Mr. Jameson, we're just a bunch of farmers trying to protect our family and our land. And I don't need no damn charter to protect what's already mine.
Unless you organize a militia to do so. Now you hear me good. If it becomes necessary for the governor of the state of Missouri to send the state militia to Taney County to protect the decency and restore order, then some men will die. Likely some of you in this room. The Citizens League, the Taney Militia, cease operation and disband within the next 24 hours.
I can't do that!
You can organize, but you can't disorganize.
I need 48 hours.
I'll give you 48 hours. But understand, this must stop now. I have come and said what I needed to say. This meeting is adjourned. Mr. Kinney, may I have a word with you for just a moment? In all of my years in war and politics, I've become a pretty good judge of character.
I do what I have to do, whatever it takes.
Exactly. And once again, it is time to do whatever it takes. And that is shutting this down. Now, Mr. Kinney, if I am forced to come back to Taney County, I will not be alone. And surely, many men will die. If and when I do come back to Taney County, Nathaniel, I'm coming straight for you. Do we have an understanding?
You silver-tongued devil, we wish.
This one's supposed to be really good.
Thank you. Gobbler, blue gobbler.
Do you think it'll help?
I've heard it's really good stuff. Tongue devil, we wish you would pass.
That damn snap.
Blue gobbler, you're a dirty old bird. You just don't like us, then bite our big ass.
Sam Snap, I say it's time you quit singing that damn Blue Gobbler song, else you got trouble coming to you.
What's the matter, Wash? You don't like my little tune about the ball knobbers? Or maybe you just feel bad helping Kenny cover up the murder of Andrew Cogburn.
You're a damn liar, you son of a bitch.
I don't think so, Wash. You and I and Nathaniel Kinney know I'm right.
Reckon you think it's a good day to die.
Take it easy, Middleton.
Mr. Snap has little children. Please don't do this.
Missy, this ain't none of your business. You just step aside.
Please, Mr. Middleton, don't!
What'd you get yourself into this time? Got that look on your face like a fox that's been in a henhouse. You've been in town running your mouth about them damn bald knobbers again, haven't you?
As one of them fellas, I'm particularly ready to wring his damn neck.
And we need you around.
William? Are you okay? Your lip is cut.
Oh, I'm okay, Emma. Just a tussle.
A tussle, as you call it, can get us killed.
Just don't say anything, William. Your mom's been on a tear all day.
It's a cool March day, darling. I'm about to sweat to death as it is. You up to town again, son?
Now, Will, I hate that group of fellers as much as you do, but there's an awful lot of them around these days. So many as you can't tell who is and who ain't.
Well, it's just the worst of them is Bull Creek's boy, Billy. He acts like he runs the whole group, more so than his pa. And on top of that, he's a hothead.
His pa is chief of the Christian County ball numbers, and you know it. You're gonna bring him down on us. You could get us all killed, William. You put your whole family in danger.
Since it's a bit cold tonight, I won't keep you all very long. I guess you all already know about Kenny disbanding the Taney County ball knobbers.
They can crawl back under their covers if they want to. But we still got work to do here in Christian County. Am I right, boys? That's right.
There was a time I'd agreed with you men. I'm not so sure anymore.
We've done a good job cleaning up this county.
You see, the state's done sent a militiaman down to see Kenny. They were going to bring soldiers in if they didn't disband.
You know what? Let them bring their damn soldiers, Pa.
Now, I'm for all doing what's right, but when it comes to staring down the barrel of a gun, just for doing what's right in my county, there's just too much at stake.
Look, we're doing good here in Christian County. And we have right on our side.
That's right.
We've done all we can do. If we continue, we're going to regret it.
We were bringing good to Christian County. And now what are we supposed to do? Just turn tail and run? No, I don't hide and I don't run anymore, Pa.
We ain't gonna stand by and just let it fall back to the pigs, are we?
I ain't ready to go to jail. And if the Taney County ball knobbers have disbanded with the numbers that they had, what chance do we stand?
I agree with you, Joe. And Bull Creek Walker is right. Now, we have done what was necessary. And I believe all with the Lord on our side. So, gentlemen, it's time to hang up our hats.
It's getting colder. Let's go home. We'll not beat the Christian County ball knobbers again.
Look, you men signed on to help clean up Christian County. I don't care what my pa says about us disbanding. We ain't done. No. I'm gonna ride tonight.
This is gonna be our last raid. We better make our mark.
Alright, when the time is right, I'll give you a signal. Pass it along to those in the group that you trust. Now, Wiley, you and Bill go round back to that door there. When I give the signal, kick it down and make your move. Me and the boys will come through the front. Oh, Wiley, leave William Edens for me. Sounds like they're all down for the night. Now this could be our last raid, boys. Let's make it count.
Oh, Billy. This is a bad idea. For God's sake, they got women and children in there.
They brought it on themselves, John. Enough talk, now let's do it.
What's wrong, Mama? William, get out! Just stay put baby down. We can't find all those men.
Damn door! If they come in here, fight like hell.
Emma, it's George. What happened? You wait here. Emma, I'm gonna take you inside. I need to go to town for help.
They killed my boy.
Morning of March 12, 1887, was a grisly scene at the Edens cabin.
Miss Edens, my name is Sheriff Zach Johnson.
I know who you are. They killed my boys. They killed them dead.
Were you able to recognize any of them?
Y'all held Devil's Mask on. I reckon I know some of them.
I tore the mask off one of them. It's here on the bed.
Don't even know what time it was. Never even heard him ride up. I heard a voice holler. Get out here, Edens. So, I woke up James. Got to the door.
They shot my husband in the head.
You find them. And you kill every damn one of them.
Miss Edens, I can't change what happened here last night. But I am going to find these men. You have my word on it. Miss Edens, There's going to be some women come around here to help you. I want you to listen to them. And if there's anything else I can help you with, don't hesitate to call on me.
The sheriff quickly arrested 6 ball knobbers, one of them being Joe Inman, who gave a full confession, naming everyone he knew who had been a part of that horrible evening. Sheriff Johnson used that information to capture almost all of the ball knobbers who had taken part in the killings. Within a week, Sheriff Johnson had 25 ball knobbers incarcerated, including the leader, Bull Creek Dave Walker.
What are you doing out here all by yourself?
Nothing much. Just getting some air. Thinking.
Look at things, you're thinking pretty hard. I'm gonna leave you alone for a while?
No, it's okay. Now, I do want to talk to you.
Okay.
Where have you been?
What do you mean, where have I been? I've just been in town taking care of some business.
You're gone. Days, evenings. Paul and Georgia are starting to do some of your chores that you usually do. We never see you at home.
Well, I don't see that as a bad thing. They're getting older. They need to take more responsibility.
I don't disagree with them taking on more responsibility. But you have a responsibility as a father and as a husband. I was fine when it was the league and you were fighting for the county, but the league's been disbanded. There's no more meetings. Is that true?
Why would you even ask me that? I made an announcement for everybody to hear. It was in all the papers from here to New York.
Because you're never home. You're not being open and honest with me. You promised.
I'm not going to stand here and be dressed down by my own wife like I was a 12-year-old boy. I do the things that I have to do. That's just the way it is.
Then go! Get yourself killed! You want me to walk behind you like a dutiful wife in silence, and that's not me! Go!
I'm sorry, Maggie. I did disband the league. It's not as simple as just signing a piece of paper. Get a train like this rolling down the tracks. It takes a bit to get it stopped. Now, I'm not going on raids anymore. The judge approached me a couple weeks ago. that's handling the S.B. Berry store. He wants me to take an inventory before they get divorced so that they can divide things up. Thought about it. I think I'm going to buy it. Farming at our age, it's hard work. Should be done with the inventory in a couple of weeks, maybe.
What happened to us making our decisions together? For once in our marriage, I'm so disappointed in you. I'm disappointed that you shut your family out.
I love you more than you could ever know. Because of that, I've held back some things that I shouldn't have to protect you. I spent a lot of years on my own just taking care of me. And to protect you and the children, I've built this wall around you. The mistake is that in building that wall, I put myself on the outside. And that was wrong. You're right. I'm sorry.
I notice you cradling that rifle just about as fondly as your last lady friend.
And leave me alone. I'm busy and this does not concern you.
You know, it absolutely does concern me. Half of everything in that store of yours belongs to me.
Paul, you're gonna eat me out of licorice over there.
I don't know what you think you're doing, bald knobber, but if I was you, I'd holster that gun and leave town for the day.
Them boys are up to something.
No, everything's fine here in our little town of Forsyth today. Oh yeah. So why don't you just go have a peaceful afternoon?
What the hell are you two doing in here? As you can see, I'm busy. You have something you want to discuss with me, we'll do it later, outside of this establishment.
Well, what's he doing here then?
That is none of your concern. Now leave.
Well, Captain, it's damn hot. Could we at least get a drink of water?
I will kill you if you don't leave now.
Where's shots coming from? Out of my way.
I've just killed Nat Kinney in self-defense. I peacefully surrender myself to the authorities of this county.
Paul. Billy, I don't know what you've done or what's going on in that store, but you're going to come in with me until I can get to the bottom of this. If they move, shoot them.
children and I have just made the best oatmeal cookies you'll ever taste. Betty, what's wrong?
Maggie, we need to talk.
What's wrong, Pablo? I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
What did Beth just say?
Nathaniel was killed in town about an hour ago.
Yeah, well, no, he's at the Mercantile. He was just here this morning, and he can take care of himself, and he's...
I'm sorry, he's gone. Maggie, he was at the store when he was killed. He's gone. I'm sorry.
No! What happened? No! What are we gonna do? No! What? Nathaniel! Mama?
Hey, Georgia, you want to help your mama? Do something for me. Just going upstairs. She'll come see you soon, okay? Help us to help your mom. Just run upstairs, okay?
Did Nathaniel suffer?
No, dear, he didn't suffer.
No!
Dad, just stay with her. Check on the children. I'll be back soon, okay?
I do. What are we gonna tell the children? What am I gonna tell the children? Nathaniel! I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Sun is sinking fast. My race is nearly run. My strongest trials now are past. My triumph is begun. Oh, come, angel band, come and round me stand. Oh, bear me away on your snowy wings to my immortal home. Oh, bear me away on your snowy wings to my immortal home. I'm almost gained my heavenly home. My spirit loudly sings the holy ones. Behold, they come. I hear the sound of wings. Oh, come, angel band, come and around me stand. Go bear me away on your snowy wings to my immortal home.
Dave Walker, his son Billy, and John Matthews were anticipating their fate. May 10th, 1889 was the day set by the state for them to hang. Sheriff Johnson had known each of these condemned men for many years, so they insisted that he be in charge of the execution, even though he had no experience in such matters. The three men were trying to desperately get right with God. Feeling more and more hopeless as no stay of execution had come from the governor, the three men sought peace through religion.
I've prayed for forgiveness. hoping that you could find a way that I could be baptized.
Billy, I can't take you to the river. But I'll tell you what I can do. I can bring in a wash tub and we can fill it full of water.
Appreciate it, Sheriff. I really do.
Take care of your mama.
I love you.
Oh, Billy. This can't be happening. You can't leave me. Oh, God.
They're bringing them in! They're bringing them in!
They're gonna do it, Pa. They've got black hoods on.
Emma, come away from the things. You don't need to see this.
Then why are we here? They killed my husband and your son. I will see them die.
Heavenly Father, remember these men. Remember thy son's word. Forgive my enemies, for they know not what they do. We ask you to give knowledge and Christian faith to their friends. Bless and remember their families. Heavenly Father, our last request that you give these men courage to meet their fate. Amen.
Hold him!
The Walker family didn't attend the hanging. The bodies of Dave and Billy Walker were taken by wagon to Sparta, Missouri. It was said that when they were getting ready for the burial and they removed the blankets from the bodies, Billy Walker appeared as if he was just peacefully sleeping. The same could not be said for his father, Dave Walker. The two men were buried together in a common grave.
Gentlemen, thank you for coming.
Maggie, this here is Ed Funk, the man I was telling you about. He's here to help you out with what you're looking for.
Miss Kinney?
Thank you, sir. Mr. Funk, would you like some coffee?
That'd be nice, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mr. Funk, Galba tells me you're good with a gun.
Yes, ma'am, I am. I've been doing this a long time. If I wasn't any good, I'd be the one 6 feet under right now.
Mr. Funk, I'll get right to the point. My husband was murdered, and I want the man who killed him dead. I'm willing to pay you $1,500 to make sure that you and Galba get it done.
Now, Maggie, you know the Miles brothers. Whenever you see one of them, the other two are always close by. It's going to be tough, but it can be done. Ed, the Miles brothers are very good with guns, especially Billy, and they don't back up from anyone.
That is only going to make it easier.
I'll give you $500 now, and the rest when Billy Miles is laying in his grave.
Miss Kinney, that's going to be a matter of picking the right moment. But I will see this through. You can count on that.
Do we have a deal? Galba, be careful.
I will, Maggie. It'll be okay.
On July 4th, 1889, the little village of Kirbyville, Missouri, was having its annual 4th of July picnic. The community had always looked forward to this event with all the good food and games. Galba Branson and Marshall Ed Funk were looking forward to this picnic for a different reason. They had heard that Billy Miles would be attending, and they had a big surprise for Billy Miles.
Jim, Manny. There was an awful lot of ball knobbers here at this picnic.
Who's that fella who's walking around with Sheriff Branson?
How about that, Billy?
He looks like trouble.
I don't know yet. I'm sure he's with Branson.
Looks like he's sticking with him pretty close.
Branson don't want no trial. He's here for me. You two take good cover when you see Sheriff Branson. Don't take no chances. I don't think they've seen you two yet. Let's keep it that way.
Mrs. McClary, you mind if young John here held our horses while me and my brothers get a drink and rest this fella?
Not at all, Jim. John, go ahead.
Hold tight, young horses, and keep them close. They're a bit spirited.
Oh, hi, Mr. Miles. Do you want some water?
Oh, thank you, Rosetta. It's very nice of you.
Hold up, will you? Hold up if you want to, Sheriff. I come to finish what we're getting paid to do. We stick together, remember? Hey, you Billy Miles?
Yeah.
You got a gun on you, Billy Miles?
Sure you want to do this?
Answer the question.
I got a gun.
I miss you so much, Nathaniel. Life is so hard without you. It's hard to even take a breath or another step. I tried to do what I thought you would have wanted. You didn't deserve to die. Nada made such a mess of things. It's all my fault. It's all my fault that 2 men are dead. And Elizabeth Branson, my best friend, is now a widow, like me. I know I have to be strong for the children. We'll be together again soon. when I take my last breath. Rest, my love. Rest, Nathaniel.
It's been some time now since Nat Kenny was laid to rest, and there seems to finally be a sense of peace settling over southwest Missouri. Not since the Civil War has there been such trials and tribulations in this community. But the people of southwest Missouri are tough, rugged, God-fearing, resilient people. They always seem to be able to handle whatever befalls them. As for the night riders, to some people they were no better than outlaws that spread terror throughout this area, while to others they were the brave men who restored law and order to Taney County. But however you choose to look at it, it will be recorded in Missouri's history that in the 1880s in southwest Missouri, there was a group of men that struck fear in the hearts of those who chose to break the law. They were known as the Ball Knobbers.
My lady sun is sinking fast. My race is nearly run. My strongest trials now are past. My triumph is begun. Oh spirit loudly sings the